Raps are top dog in the East, but are they top dog really? Also, is the brow beaten in New Orleans, or will that bird fly again? And the chef's been cooking up conspiracy theories. We break it down on Hangout. Basketball fans, welcome into Canada's home for Talking Hoops. This is the Hangout. I am Kyle Lowry, and I would like to thank LeBron James for my big drip. All right, time to. Why are you guys laughing? That's what the kids are saying. They're saying the drip.
Yeah, but he did not give me that shirt.
As soon as you say the kids.
No, but I got the shoes
shouted
from
him out
Nike.
like he gave that to you.
And just like, I'm trying to make people feel like we're close, man.
Okay.
Why you hating? Why you hating? Apparently the drip, the faucet's open. The drip is hard.
Nobody says that.
Don't hate, Nits. All right, I'm going to introduce you to our panel this week. That's Randy Urban. You might know him and love him from nowhere.
Big Trouble Pizza, what's up?
This is my guy, Anthony, ASU alumnus and one of the best basketball insiders that I ever put on the couch. Love picking your brain, buddy. And Nits from the Back to Back podcast, new member of the family. We're glad to have you, and we're going to jump right into it. So you're an outsider, so I want to get your opinion. Yeah. Kyle Lowry, struggling over the last little bit, not looking like his usual self, the three not falling. Some talk of a back injury. I don't buy it. How do you explain away the last little stretch from a perennial all-star that has been underwhelming?
I mean, I don't really think there's much to explain away. It's like 5 games that he had that were poor.
Yes.
And then you had the game against the Clippers last night. He's looking fine to start the game against the Warriors right now. I don't think there's anything to explain away. It's just one of those. He's not driving to the basket. He's not making shots.
So you're obviously not a local Torontonian because people are freaking out.
I'm not going to freak out.
He hit 4 threes last night. Let him live, man.
Okay, so we're talking Clippers game. Okay, first off, don't position it like I'm the bad guy here. We were all asking the question, especially with the timing. ESPN in town, certain comments were made. Anthony, help me out here, man.
Well, for Kyle, I'm okay with it because I seen that Kyle's paying more attention to assists this year.
Yes.
And years ago, we were talking about Kyle being a better distributor, and this year he's doing it. So even though he's not scoring the ball, he's not being as aggressive. So now when he gets more aggressive, everyone's already in the flow.
Yes.
Versus years ago, we'd have to try to get guys in the flow in the playoffs, and we lose. Everyone's touching the ball, and Kyle's the reason. So I'm okay with it.
Sometimes I just think he gets into a little bit of a funk, and I think he just gets a little bit into his head. He probably would admit that, and that's just it. It's nothing more than that. I think his teammates got to keep trusting him. The coaches got to keep saying to him, shoot the ball. And I think
so it's all mental, not physical or anything else.
It can't be physical. How do you have the start to the season that he had at the beginning, and then all of a sudden have 15 points in 5 games?
I agree with you.
It's not a physical. It's not like his shot changed, right? It's just a mental thing.
But you don't think there's like a little bit of an injury there?
No.
That he's not driving
to play that bad for 4 straight games?
Yeah, because he wasn't driving at all.
I don't think if you watch the games, I don't think he's like playing badly. He's just not shooting as much.
Well, the numbers don't lie. It hasn't been his best. To do the best storytelling, we excluded the assist numbers because they don't paint the picture we're trying to paint right now, which is 33 minutes. The guy's giving you 7 points, one of the best 3-point.
Leading the league in assists.
Leading the league in assists.
And okay, so 8 assists a game right now. Numbers are coming down, but I think that'll even out over the season. Switching focus now. Like, Kawhi's been kind of the guy this team's turned to at the end of game situations. Very different from the days of DeMar DeRozan, I think. A little bit more trust in his ability to get a shot at the end of the clock. But don't smile and laugh.
You feel so far away from me. It's weird.
Okay. But I guess the question here is, do you feel, and I'll start with you, Twee, on this one. Do you feel that are you happy with how the Raptors have handled end-of-game scenarios this season with this collection of players?
I'm happy for the most part because I feel like the Raptors are doing a great job by trusting Kawhi early.
Yeah.
At least letting everyone know he's our guy.
Yep.
Moving forward, I would like them to be a little more creative in terms of kind of the play they ran for Danny Green when they had that game-winning misdirection play.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't called for him, you have other guys that are credible that can make game-winning shots or game-winning plays. So kind of spread the wealth, the type of team we have. Use Kawhi as bait sometimes.
Yeah.
So that's what.
It really just depends on how much time's on the clock, too, right? People were complaining when it was like 17 and they gave it to Kawhi and he was going to take the last second shot. Well, why don't you diagram a play? Because you don't want to have so many passes at the end of the game to cause an opportunity for a turnover, right? Get it in one of the best players in the world's hands, and let him take the shot that he knows how to take. And I think you can't argue with that kind of play calling.
Now, you're coming from the Western Conference, okay? You live on the west side of the nation, of a different nation, really. Coming from LA, San Francisco. What's your image of the Raptors towards the end of the clock? Because I know we're coming fresh out of the DeMar DeRozan days.
Right.
What do you see when you look at this Toronto Raptors group?
I mean, you guys got Kawhi.
Yes,
That's
we
it.
do.
Like, that's it. You guys got Kawhi. You haven't been in that many, like, clutch end-of-game situations, right? Usually blowing teams out. There's not much sample size to watch out for. I think as long as you have Kawhi, you have them in the playoffs, you trust him, he'll get you that bucket to win the game. And I'm not really looking at the regular season right now, so.
Okay, we're all happy with Kawhi, end of game. I know I am.
I'm definitely favorite player in the NBA.
I think, you know what, he's had a couple of struggles, in a few games off his foot, missed a shot, missed another shot, but I'm not big on criticizing someone if they missed the last shot when they got you just 18 points to get you to that position.
Yes,
right.
You know what I mean? So
or the 30 or the 40 that he did get that night.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I think he's playing well.
All right, now, there is some conversation, lots of conversation about Toronto Raptors potentially playing this exact same Warriors team in the finals. And there's also the conversation of, do you stand pat with the roster you do have? So I'll start with the outsider, Nitz.
One more time.
One more time. We're coming to you. We won't start with Randy. We've heard enough of Randy. Randy gets too much shine. Are you comfortable with this Raptors group staying pat, or do you see Masai Ujiri making a move for another player in order to solidify their chances?
Unless you're making a move for a star, I just don't see what moves the needle for you guys right now. You're good, right? And we're not even at Christmas yet. Like, there's still so much time for this team
You're not
to gel.
from here. You're not running for mayor of Toronto. You don't need to be a politician.
I like the Raptors a lot.
So do you think that this group, the way it's made up, is competing for a championship against the Golden State Warriors?
No, because I'm a Warriors fan.
Ew, how do we book this girl? Jerome, get your
not
friend off
happening.
the couch. So do you...
I think they can. Let's say Warriors suffer like any kind of setback.
All right, I'm done
Yeah.
with her. Twee, she's finished. Are you comfortable with the Raptors?
100% comfortable. I feel like this is the deepest.
Really?
This is the deepest team we've had ever.
Yes,
They're
I'm
very
not-
similar to the 2004 Detroit Pistons with Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton, Tayshaun Prince, Ben Wallace.
Yeah, but they were playing the Showtime Lakers in the finals.
Here's the thing. We have guys that can defensively match up against Golden State. The Pascal Siakams, the Kawhi Leonards, who was single-handedly beating him when he's on the Spurs before Zaza stuck his foot underneath him.
Yes, true.
So
OG Anunoby,
Danny Green were deep defensively.
Fred VanVleet.
I
So-
love the roster.
Randy, are you with Twee on this, that you're comfortable? Because remember, the window's now. You think about it.
I don't think you could ever be comfortable going against the Golden State Warriors. It's not like they're going to have 5 All-Stars starting for them.
But you wouldn't make the move. You wouldn't pull the trigger.
It's like I don't want to give up OG.
No.
I don't want to give up Pascal.
But do
I
you
don't
want to
give
win a
up.
championship?
Do you win a championship? Who's out there? Tell me. Name me a guy
I'm not
who's
sure.
out
I'm saying,
there.
would you probe? I'm open to probing. I'm open to asking the question.
I don't
'cause
think.
feel
I
like
don't
the
think
window is
Trevor.
now.
I don't think Trevor Ariza moves the needle for
Nope,
you. if
may
that's
not be him.
somebody. So, Jimmy Butler could, but then you would have to give up OG. Maybe you'd have to give up.
You have to give a lot more
somebody
than OG to
else.
get Jimmy Butler.
And what we have to realize is chemistry problems. We have a team that likes each other.
Great point.
This is the NBA.
Great point.
That's a big thing for me.
And on that point, we will exit this section and we will move on. Commercial break time, but when we return, we got to talk about OKC. Okay, I see you, Paul George, having a career year. Everybody forgot about George, not Dre. We'll break that down when we return on